Let's make our files look more beautiful, because we added a lot of components and they don't look good sometimes. For example, we added them over here and now it's a mess. We can create some beautiful and logical control panels like this, and when you look at it you understand that this is a headline, this is a description, and so on. So to do this we will use components and auto layouts as well. Actually, we will just duplicate all our components and put them inside such frames with the titles of each point. So let's create the first one. I will create the first one and see how it looks. I will create a big frame. Okay, it will be something like this. Okay, I will fill it. And now I copy paste the background component. Okay, and I will apply auto layout to this frame. I will set this to padding to 30. I will set this to this, and I will add some text. Set a background. And I will add this text into into this frame. So as you see, this goes not the way that we want, so we will change the direction of auto layout. Now I will add this separator. It is just a line. I create a line. I set it to 0. I set it, I don't know, to maybe 10, maybe 8 pixels. It should be probably something like this. I will add some color to it. Okay, I will use this one. It's better over here. Okay, I'm good with it. And I paste it into this frame as well. Now I set the distance between the objects to maybe 40, maybe 50. Yeah, something like this. And one more thing with this line, I want it to be with round ends. Okay, like this. And now I will just add the change the fill-in color, make it yellow, and maybe 20%. Yes, something like this. Okay, and I will add some round corners. So, and I will change its color to the same that it was in the line. I just change this color. Here we are. Now I will create such components for all our frames, for all our components. Okay, I duplicate it. Now I delete the background, and I will paste my headline inside there. I will make it component, so I detach it first and then make it component. I use hotkeys to do this fast. Okay, I will set all the backgrounds to this color with 15%. Okay, like this. It looks better than that yellow color. Set a background, and I will write enter a headline. Okay, I copy paste it. Now I copy description. I detach it and make a component apps. And I will write enter a description. Then we will make a setting for an item, and as you see, there is this dashed rectangle around the image, and we will create such one as well. I can use this one. Okay, I copy paste it. Okay, I delete these. I will copy this text. Okay, now I want to add such a dashed frame to understand where are the borders of my item or person component. Make it component again. How do I do this? I know that the size of this component is 600 by 600, so I will just add another frame and put it above this and make the borders. So I have to create a frame 600 by 600. Okay, and now I will add a stroke, let's say 10. I will change the color to this one, and I will add dashes. Okay, maybe looks better. Yeah, something like this. And I will use this setting outside. So this means that I have my rectangle 600 by 600 inside these borders, so it won't cover any parts of the original image. But if I paste this rectangle into this frame, it won't be on the top of the image, because actually it could, but in this case it would be inside the image frame itself, so it would appear in the banners. It would appear the banners. In other case, we have this. So now we don't want any of these behavior. Actually, we can put it into the frame with item. Now we'll do like this, and then move it here. Okay, I have to find the center. Okay, like this. But as you understand, if I use this clip component, I don't see the border. Right now it clips content If I uncheck it, the body is visible. But if I paste this frame somewhere into banner, it appears with the border. So that's why I have to create another frame that will contain both border and an item. So I create another frame, 600 by 600. Okay, and I will put this frame with the border over there and move it like this. I uncheck this option. Now I move a person over here. I will make it like this. It should be like this, yes. And now we have this frame and we can move it and drag it into our menu like this. Okay, so here we are. So right now we have our item as we did before, as we had it before, and we have a dashed border and nothing is broken. So once again, I created a component for an item or person, and then I created a separate frame with a border around these 600 by 600 square. And I put both of these layers into another frame, and I put this frame into this control. So in this case I see this beautiful menu, and this is very demonstrative. So I will add some more controls, one for a logo, another for a button. Okay, let's put a logo over here. Let's do it one more time. So I have a horizontal logo, I put it here. Then I know that it's 400 by 100. I add another frame 400 by 100. Okay, I add a stroke. Let's say 30-30 or even 50-50. Okay, what did I use before? I don't remember. Maybe like this. I use this option outside and I change the color to this one. Yes, and I add some. Where is my cursor? I'll add some round corners over here as well. Now I will move this frame above that one. Okay, now they fit, now they match, and now I select both of them and frame selection. I can do like this. So now I have this frame that contains our logo. I will make it component and the frame with the border. So I can move this into my control. So as you see, this line is not at the place, I can select it and press up arrow at my keyboard and it goes like this. You can use this in the frames where you use auto layout, so it's pretty useful. Okay, and we have a button. I will copy paste button, will create a new one, make it, detach it, make it component, and paste over here, and I will press down arrow. Okay, we have a button. So actually we have all our controls, and now I will select all these components and frame this selection. I will make it visible. I will add auto layout. Now this is organized more correctly. I will send this, let's say, to 80, and I will add some padding to maybe 100. Let's make it a little less, maybe to 60. Okay, I think it looks okay. And if we want, we can set a background for this whole block to some image. In this case, we have to select this image option, and then we have to choose an image. For example, we will use this one. And there are some options here. We can tile this 100 or even 200%, so it will look like this. Okay, there is one thing that I don't like over here right now, is that all these shapes disturb attention from these elements, and the text is not readable so well. So what can we do? I did it here at the example. We can add blur to these elements, so I have to select all the frames inside it. It's frame 96. I select all these controls, and now I add an effect, background blur, and I set it to, let's say, 25. I just added a blur, so now it looks like a glass and all the texts are readable pretty well. One more thing. When we created our components for texts, we know that we will use them for text bubbles in the future. So that's why let's create the text bubbles. I won't create them right now, we already did it several times. 3 of them. Copy. Paste. I'll delete this text. It's not that we wanted. And go away. And now let's imagine that we just created these bubbles from our components. So in this case, I will frame this selection and make another control panel for them using auto layout, using padding, using filling. Let's say that we will use some gradient. We will cover these plugins later. Now let's just leave it like this. So this is a separate control panel where we have some components that use another components, like nested components, because when we will create banners later, it's better to have all this text bubble in one place. It's easy to navigate, and for example, if we understand that we don't have frame, a component, a text bubble for some of our banners, we can create it right here, and we know that it will go here. For example, we want to, I don't know, combine these elements with some different way. For example, we want to combine button and description and make them a separate. I have to detach this text bubble at first. Now I want select button and description. I frame this selection and I create auto layout for them, and I make it horizontal. For example, I want this text bubble. I will name it text bubble horizontal. Horizontal 2, I don't know. And make it component. So in this case I have another text bubble and I know where it is, I know where to copy it from, and everything is okay. Of course, if I use this bubble, I'll probably change its padding. I will add more padding to the sides. Even now it's looked not so good, but for example, I want a text here to be like this. And now, as you see, it looks okay, and you can use such bubble in your banners. So let's revise the whole section. If we want to create banners, we have to know which components we will use for it. For them. We will use buttons, we will use text bubbles, background images, images with people, with objects, with our goods or something. And we combine all these objects into components. Then it's a good practice to place all these components into controls, into some control panel, like we did at this lesson. And after this, we'll use the components creating our banners. In this case, at the end, we have all these components at one place. We can change something over here, and we can create a lot of banners over there, and everything is clear. So this is a good practice for you. I hope that you will enjoy it and you will use it.